Divorce, how to get off the mortgage. If you're going through a divorce, you may be wondering how to get off the actual mortgage. Divorce isn't a happy topic, but unfortunately, it is a reality for many individuals. My advice today is from a lending perspective, helping to educate you on how to get off the mortgage if you're going through a divorce. I want to speak specifically to situations where the mortgage is held jointly in both of your names during the time that you were married. It's really important to know that this is not legal advice, and if you're going through the divorce process, it is really important that you speak with legal counsel to fully understand the laws and rules that are specific to your state. That said, let's get into this whole divorce decree and the mortgage side of it. Divorce decrees do not take you off the mortgage, which is why this conversation is so important. I can't tell you how many times that we have worked with a buyer who's maybe recently divorced, and the divorce decree, let's say, awarded the house to the other party, but the home loan was in both of their names. Well, unless the party that's going to retain the house actually refinances the loan or sells the house, the person that has relinquished their rights to the property in the divorce is still on the home loan, which means that if your ex stops paying the payment, or if your ex goes late on the payment past 30 days or more, it's going to impact your credit score. This is a very real thing because from a lending perspective, lenders really don't care what the divorce decree says. What lenders care about is who signed the home loan. That's what they care about. And if your name's on that home loan, you've got to get off the home loan to really be able to protect yourself. So when we're going through the divorce proceedings or those negotiations, it's not just a matter of, hey, he or she's going to keep the house. It's really, he or she's going to keep the house. And the mortgage, if it's held in both names, need to be refinanced. And it's great to set a time frame within the divorce decree. Again, consult your legal counsel, but we see all the time where people forget. Maybe they were divorced 5 or 7 years ago. This is actually a real life situation. So we had a client, he had been divorced for over 7 years. Came to us to get pre-qualified to purchase a new house. We pull his credit and his credit score is like off the charts low. Now, when looking at his credit, he has really good credit except for one thing. The mortgage that he was on from his previous marriage 7+ years ago, the wife retained the house. She let the house go into foreclosure and he had no idea. Now, he had signed the quitclaim deed, so his name was off of the deed of trust, which means he had no ownership interest in the property, but his name was still on the mortgage. And as you can imagine, that created a whole bunch of issues. Namely, he had to jump through a million hoops to be able to get his credit score back on track for something that he wasn't even aware of. So when I talk about this, I'm passionate about it because we see story and story and story where people just don't understand. They think the divorce decree prevails, the divorce decree is going to be sent to the lender and the lender's just going to take somebody off the mortgage. Nope. The person that's retaining the house has to refinance and or sell the house in order for you to get your name off that home loan that was obtained when you were married. I do want to preface, and this is very confusing. As part of the divorce process, we see one party signing a disclaimer deed to get their name off of the house. Again, signing the disclaimer deed does not remove you from the mortgage. Now, let's say that your ex is going to refinance the home. And let's say that there's equity in the property, and per the divorce decree, a portion of that equity is supposed to be dispersed to you. Now, there's a sequence of when you're going to want to actually disclaim or get off the home title. I recommend that you do that as part of your ex refinancing the house. So from a sequence standpoint, let's say the divorce is final, the ex has started the pre-qualification for the refinance, and let's say you're due, I don't know, let's just call it $20,000 from the equity. Now the lender is going to disperse the $20,000 directly to you if the money is coming through the refinance. And as part of that process, you'll be wanting to communicate with the title company once your ex's home loan has been approved and the refinance loan docs have been sent to the title company. They will reach out to you and coordinate the actual time and date for you to be able to sign the quitclaim deed and remove your name from the home title. But there's a sequence to it, and you don't necessarily want to do that too soon in the process. Lots to know. I know. Again, this isn't legal advice, just providing you with insight on how to get off the mortgage in case of a divorce. Your attorney can provide guidance on the legal aspects of your specific situation. If you have questions from a home lending standpoint and what it's going to take to get off the mortgage, be sure you're talking to an experienced lender that can help you walk through the details. Education is truly more important now than ever, and it's important to me because I want to be sure that you are making informed home loan decisions. If you have questions, comment below, and please take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Until next time.